The anniversary getaway to the Bahamas felt off. Emma, my wife of 15 years, had been cold for weeks. Gone were her cheerful talks about packing or picking out outfits. Even our usual bickering over sunscreen brands had vanished. In its place was quiet, just distant nods and the soft tap of her fingers on her phone. I blamed it on pressure. We were both drowning in deadlines, raising 2 kids, meeting social expectations, and keeping up the image of success. That's what I told myself anyway. But once we arrived, my discomfort only grew. While I floated in the turquoise water and breathed in the salty breeze, Emma barely looked up. Her phone had her full attention. If I walked behind her, she'd stiffen, her hand gripping the screen a little harder. She didn't touch me, didn't laugh, didn't seem there. Tried. Candlelit dinners, slow beach walks, silly jokes. But every effort hit a wall of half-hearted smiles and stiff gestures. She felt like a stranger. Shell. Her mind miles away. Quiet doubt began whispering in my mind. There was no big reveal, no fight. Just a growing ache I couldn't ignore. I clung to hope. It had to be stress, burnout, something temporary. Something fixable. But on the last morning, something was different. Emma, usually neat, packed quickly. Clothes crammed carelessly into her suitcase, except for one small, worn leather pouch. She handled it with care, like it held something precious. The flight back dragged. Emma stared out the window, barely blinking. I watched her from the side, a heavy knot growing in my gut. Something was slipping away, and I didn't know how to stop it. We got home late. The kids were asleep. Emma and I barely spoke. That night, I lay in the dark, heart pounding, thoughts racing through dread and suspicion. She left early the next day for work. I stayed home, pretending to clean. But something pulled me to the guest room. Her suitcase still sitting by the closet. I reached for it, only to move it, but it felt too light. When I opened it, a small tear in the lining caught my eye, tucked beneath folded clothes. I reached in and pulled out a green silk scarf. Elegant. Expensive. It wasn't hers. It smelled rich and unfamiliar. A single initial embroidered in gold. J. My hands shook. I searched more. A small perfume bottle, same scent. Then a sleek receipt from a jewelry store. Dated last week. Finally a photo. Worn. Folded. Emma, laughing beside a man I didn't know. Dark hair, his arm around her waist. The way he touched her made my skin crawl. The puzzle clicked into place. The distance, the late nights, the secretive pouch. It all made sense now. She was cheating. My stomach twisted. My throat tightened. 15 years, promises, love, children, shattered. But I didn't blow up. I didn't confront her yet. I needed time. I needed calm. For days I played my part. School drop-offs, dinner, bedtime stories. But inside I was unraveling. Each night, once the house was quiet, I'd take out the photo and scarf. Just stare at them. Let the poison seep into me. That once beautiful green silk now reeked of lies. A week passed. Emma came home late again. Still smelled like that perfume. She tried to slip into bed, but I was waiting. Sitting in the dark. The photo in hand. Her face froze when she saw me. I told her to sit. My voice was calm, cold. No yelling. No chaos. She stammered through lies. He's a friend. It was nothing. Just one time. But her hands were trembling. Her story cracked. Then I showed her everything. The scarf, the receipt, the perfume, the photo. One by one. No words left to hide behind. I didn't curse. I didn't raise my voice. But the pain, my anger, boiled just beneath my skin. I reminded her of our life. Loyalty. Our children. And how she destroyed it. My words cut deep. She cried. Not from love. From guilt. From fear. She knew what was slipping through her fingers. I couldn't forgive her. I didn't want to. The next morning I filed for divorce. Moved quickly. She lost the house, the car, and a chunk of her savings. But the worst part wasn't the money. It was what she truly lost, our kids' trust, her friends' respect, her peace. The affair wasn't a secret for long. People talked. Her name became a warning. Don't end up like Emma. And Jay, the man from the photo, was married too. A known womanizer. He never meant to stay. To him, Emma was just a passing thrill. And when she realized she'd lost everything, it was already too late. I turned my focus to healing. For me. For our children. It wasn't easy. Some nights still sting. But I held steady for them. I stayed strong. The scarf, I kept it. Not to remember her, but to remember me. The moment I chose self-respect. The day I stopped holding on to lies. It's not just a symbol of betrayal. It's a symbol of truth, of strength, of a man who refused to fall apart.